everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music. So fine. Kurt's Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Good morning, Let's Talk Football. How we doing, guys?
That's too much.
Sean's not here.
Andrew
He always brings the energy. I had to bring the energy to start the show. Good morning, Andrew. You are first, per usual. It is just the Hot Mess Express today. We do not have Sean. Sean is attending church with the other half of Let's Talk Football dynamic duo, Janae. And if you haven't watched that on Facebook, you got to check her out. She's amazing, and she plays music and sings at their church. It looks like the most electric church I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not like a very religious person or a church person at all. Church is not my jam. Janae makes me want to go to church. I could sit in church and listen to Janae. When I went to church as a kid, I was like, but listening to Janae, there's no way. She is hype.
She brings the energy.
Again, Janae being the ultimate hype girl. That is just her,
absolutely,
that is her calling in life.
So, no Sean today. You just get us, and it's not going to be as long of a
show. Sorry for your luck.
It's not going to be as long of a show. Just got a few topics we wanted to go over. Want to keep our Sunday tradition going, and just jump on live and have a little fun show. Got a couple things we're going to hit. So let's just get right into it. It is still June, so it is still Pride Month. So we're still going to be spotlighting something from them every week. And this is all you, Ash. Take a look.
Right. This week, we're talking about Athlete Ally, and it's just their main thing is to go into areas of the world where sports are and just try to push out the negative narrative around like LGBTQIA plus and transphobia, just to get that out of sports and make the sports world a more including place. So they go to they went to like the major leagues. They've gone to soccer. They've gone to the NFL. They've gone to the Paralympics. Like, they've done all these things to try to make it so that these places are more inclusive. They put on, like, they do basically like conferences, and they put on presentations, and they educate coaches and players and things like that on how to be a more inclusive environment in sports, because it's just not, especially like the NFL, where it's very like strong male dominated. I just think it's that mindset is not always inclusive. So that's what they are doing. What's his name from the Browns? I had it. No, I lost it. Johnny Stranton, fullback for the Browns. He did, when it was My Cause, My Cleats, he did Athlete Ally, and he just talked about how it's really important that especially people in football, because like I said, it's male dominated. A lot of people are like, Carl Nassib came out, but then no one else has really.
Yeah.
No one did before him, at least while they're in the league. It always seems like they get out of the league and then they kind of open up about it, because I'm sure there's that stigma, that fear of coming out while playing. There
was somebody before you probably started paying attention, Michael Sam. He came out before the draft.
Before the draft, yeah. I do remember him. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know, I think it's important to know that people around you are supportive of you. So Athlete Ally does that. It's cool.
That's sweet.
Good little organization.
Nice.
And I was looking at their sponsors. There's a lot of like soccer players, a lot of female soccer players, a lot of like Paralympic, they did like wheelchair basketball, a lot of females. It's really female, their sponsors mostly. Some wrestling, some male soccer players, but not he's the only football player I saw. So not a lot of males, especially not in like football. So
yeah,
I think it's cool that he did that because not a lot of other people are doing that.
yeah, that's
and
awesome.
it's important.
That is awesome. Yeah, I feel like it's more common in female sports.
Mm-hmm. I feel like females are more open about it.
Yeah.
Are more accepted when they do come out.
Yeah.
Where males,
it's still not.
It's kind of like there's a stigma.
For sure. All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to what's been happening. And speaking on that, I'm gonna say what's up to Dakota Rose. Thanks for commenting, my guy. Dak is, for anybody that's been watching the last few weeks, and when we go over what's been happening for myself, I always talk about these football cards that I've been doing on TikTok and selling and stuff. And Dak, I actually met on TikTok selling football cards. It was kind of a funny story. He, because I mean, it is kind of sketchy when you first get started and you're just like Cash Apping or Venmoing somebody on
It's
TikTok.
really sketchy because you're Cash Apping and Venmoing people.
Yes,
it's not like you're going to a website, a secure website, that you're purchasing someone's product. Like I buy stuff off TikTok, but it's always people have like Etsy shops or something. Like you're just like Venmoing.
Yeah, and you're just like watching somebody on TikTok and you're just like, okay, I'll send you some money, send me some cards, basically. And so it was kind of funny. The first time Dak came on my stream, he's like, hey, can I just buy one card for $5 just to make sure like you're legit and stuff? And I was like, yeah, man, I mean, I get it, that's cool. He had just gotten scammed from somebody else, so he was like skeptical, and I'm like, yeah, for sure. And so I did it, and then he came back to my stream later, and now like this was like a month ago, and now we legit like talk all the time and like go on each other's lives, and like now we've like become friends over this literally like cards on TikTok. It's kind of funny, and just want to give him a shout out. Thanks for joining the show, man. Appreciate you.
The other day, you're like, it's weird making like friends on the internet. I'm like, how do you think we met? Like everybody that watches this show is through the internet.
That's true. And then yeah, she's like, you met Andrew through the internet.
Or like, what about like Andrew and Kate and Sean? Like all these people we know through the internet. I don't know them outside.
Good morning, people. But as for what's happening for me, since I've kind of started this, I'll just continue. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, still just doing the cards thing all the time. It's so much fun now. Ash has been tracking me, so I can't be as loosey-goosey as I was with it, but it's probably been a good thing for me.
It is kind of fun to see, like...
It's fun because I'm making...
money.
I'm in the green right now.
It wouldn't be fun if you were... Yeah.
Not making... If I was in the red.
I think it's interesting to track it though, because before you had no idea. Now at least you have some type of idea. It's been
a lot of fun, and
I've learned that Sydney needs to stay busy or he buys cards.
Very much so.
I learned this week.
Everybody has that board thing they do. Like, I mean, and
my board thing doesn't cost me money.
Amazon costs you money.
Oh yeah, but I found other things.
But I usually like people like go to TikTok or scroll through Twitter or something, and like my thing when I go to TikTok, it's all football cards now. So it's like, oh well, this is like a good value. I want to buy this. Blah 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 blah, stuff like that. No, I have not sold my Brady card. I have it still. If somebody is interested, I haven't shown it to a lot of people.
Your masquerade one?
Yeah, the masquerade. I have him and a Gronk, and I've kind of just been holding on to it. I think I'm gonna wait till the season starts because. It's just a little inside information when it comes to football cards. During the off season, football cards come less valuable, just kind of go down a little bit. Not like super less valuable, but they definitely take a dip during the off season, and then they'll start to pick back up when the season starts, just because people are more interested in football when it's football season. So for some of my bigger cards, I'm just gonna hold on to until I get like the value I want, or the season starts and it picks back up.
Especially someone like Tom Brady, where it's like
everybody loves Tom, especially like
Tom. If Tom starts out hot,
either that or towards the end of the season, if he goes on a run, or if like he does retire again, then his cards will all become more valuable again. So I haven't sold it yet, just because I'm not going to take a low offer on it, just because I know
if he retires again, I hate him.
So that's what's been happening with me. I think been back training with my triathlon stuff. I've had a little heel problem, so I haven't ran, but I've ridden my bike a lot and swam. That's pretty much my life.
Yeah, I'm doing the same stuff I was doing last week. I feel like I'm going to come on here every week. It's kind of going to be the same thing until I go back to work. It's summer, so I don't have a schedule or a routine, and I think that's kind of messing with me. So I need to figure out some type of like system starting next week. But otherwise, I really haven't done anything. I got an iPad, so I keep drawing on that. I've read like 3 books.
You got some new glasses. Dyed your hair.
I dyed my hair like twice already. I dyed it like a bluish, and I didn't like it enough, so then I dyed it even more blue. I signed up for trainings for work yesterday, which I'm already regretting doing.
Why'd you do that?
Because it counts as external PD. Because if you don't know, teachers don't do enough PDs.
Personal development is what PD means.
We don't do enough of that in working during school hours. So we have to have external hours, which are outside of school hours, which are outside of the professional development that the school requires us to have. So you have to find like 15 hours outside of school to do that. And so I signed up for like 3 hours of webinars. I'm annoyed. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. I'm hoping I can just like pop on the webinar and kind of just like mute myself and not show my face. If I have to show my face, I'm going to back out because I don't want to change my hair again.
Oh, yeah. So do you have to change it if you're not in school?
I don't know.
Her school has a dress code. She can't have like any non-natural colored hair, no piercings, no tattoos showing, stuff like that. So that's why in the summer she likes to go nuts and do everything she can because she can't do it all year round, and that's not.
I have like my nose ring. I have my gauges. Don't come for me for calling them that. I have my plugs in that you can see through right now because.
Are you not allowed to call them gauges anymore?
Well, that's not type.
I don't know what happened. Sorry about that, guys.
Clicking things. Let me hop on.
I think it says we're still live.
Is it?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that. You know, it wouldn't be the Hot Mess Express if we didn't have one mess up during the show.
And of course you do it when I'm talking.
I think the whole monologue was in there. I mean, maybe.
Anyway. We're still good. I just wanted to make sure we were still like on.
Sorry about that. All right.
I give Tom Brady like this year and next year, and then I think he's done. Kate said
for the retirement.
Yeah, I give him this year and next year, and then I think he's done.
I don't know.
Maybe if he wins the Super Bowl this year, he'll be done. But
I think if he would, I don't know. Tom's Tom.
He said he wanted to play until he was how old?
How long were we out for? I hope it was only a couple seconds. Oopsie. Again, the Hot Mess Express in full swing. That's what we.
What did you even? He's like clicking.
No, there was like a.
This is why I should have the mouse. Remember, I had the mouse during. If you watched the draft, I had the mouse, and I was like.
You had just randomly clicking.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
So that's what's been happening.
We need to move on.
All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is OTAs. That's pretty much all that's going on in the NFL right now, aside from little side stories as to drama. We were going to talk politics, but we figured that's probably not the best thing to talk about.
Stop!
I'm just kidding.
I'm leaving.
So OTAs, we're just going to hit our teams, really, because we got control, and that's what we're doing. So if you couldn't tell, our teams, for anybody that doesn't know, Steelers and Cowboys. I don't know how we live in the same house, but
This is my one jersey. I have one jersey. You have 500.
Catch up.
Catch up. Catch up.
So OTAs for the Steelers right now. There's a little bit of drama. Nothing too crazy. Deontay Johnson missed the first week. He is.
Comments?
There's nothing in the comments.
Who cares?
Okay.
Just sit there.
Gotcha. All right. Boss. Deontay Johnson missed the first week of the OTAs. He's not holding out because he's come back, but he wants a new contract. Everybody like Power Football Focus and stuff are saying he's valued in the $22 million a year range, being our number one receiver and stuff, and I mean having 1,000 yards and whatnot. And I personally don't think he's worth that much.
22.
22 a year, yeah.
How much did Michael Gallup get?
I don't know, 16 or something, 15, 13 a year maybe.
Oh, I got more than that, I think.
I mean, it's your team. You tell me, girl.
I'd have to look it up. I don't get too into the money stuff.
But yeah, Deontay's wanting like a little over 20. But like Hunter Renfrow just got 12 a year. 12 a year. 13 a year. And see, I think that's more the Deontay Johnson range. Where it should be anyway.
Go over like 15 a year for him.
But he's our number one, and number one money is the 25 to 30 range for receivers. Now he's not a top tier guy, like top 10 in the league or anything, so he's not going that high. But I mean, if he's the number one receiver on your team and you value him,
I think he's like severely underrated, but he's not like Devontae Adams.
Yeah, no, and that's why Devontae's getting like 30. So he's asking for like 22, and I think he recognizes that he's not Devontae Adams because he's not asking for that much money. But I don't know. We wouldn't pay Juju $10 million, so I don't think we're gonna pay Deontay $20 million. And I think I like Juju more than Deontay personally, but we'll see. I mean, we just drafted 2 receivers, so if one of them steps up and can be just as good as Deontay, then he ain't gonna get paid from us, which sucks. But Steelers draft receivers well, and we kind of move on. But he's at OTAs, he's practicing, he's not doing a full-on holdout or anything. He has the same agent as Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown.
Oh, no.
CD, no, not CD. That kind of range. Debo, those receivers that are all trying to get paid right now, he has the same agent, so I'm sure they're telling him the same thing. Holdout.
Don't ever give me a guy that has their agent.
Yeah, they all went through. I mean, A.J. Brown got paid because he got traded.
Mm-hmm.
Debo still hasn't got paid.
And Terry not showing up to OTAs.
Yep.
Terry McLaurin still not paid, not showing up.
Yep. So that's kind of all what.
We'll see. It'll be interesting when like mandatory mini camps start.
I think mandatory did start
for them. It hasn't started for us.
I think maybe it's this week.
Ours start tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe it's this week.
And I'm interested. But I guess we can get to that later. If Dalton Schultz is going to show up.
Yeah. For the other kind of storyline for the Steelers OTAs, it's the Kenny Pickett versus Mitch Trubisky. There's been highlights from both of them coming out. Notice no Mason Rudolph for all the.
Oh, I read that. Does Mitchell Trubisky live in Florida?
He's going down to Florida to train, and he invited another quarterback to train with him.
And it's not Mason Rudolph. There's no sign of Mason Rudolph anywhere.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett went down to Florida to train with Mitch. So they were down in Florida last a couple weeks ago or a month or two ago when Dwayne Haskins unfortunately passed away. Down there training with a bunch of guys, and they are going back down again. And it's going to be Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett working together. So it sounds like they got a good relationship, which is always good. I mean, I love a good quarterback battle. Personally hope Mitch Trubisky wins just because I want Kenny to sit for a little bit. I always think, I've said it a million times, but I always think it's best for a rookie quarterback to sit for at least half a season. I would prefer a full season, but if he's the guy and can step in and do it, I'm all for that too. I am also coming off Ben Roethlisberger, who came in game 3 of his rookie season and went 15-0. So a little high expectations when it comes to me for rookie quarterbacks, but those are the two main storylines. They both look really good in camp. They've shown some highlights. They look awesome. They're not like the Ravens when it comes to showing Lamar throwing ducks in practice. They got a better media team than that, so it's been pretty awesome.
The Dolphins.
Dolphins showing Tua underthrowing Tyreek Hill. I mean, that's just bad media by their team. The Steelers haven't done that.
That's the media's fault. They knew better.
I'm sure there's bad passes. I'm sure they've thrown picks against 7-on-7, but you don't put those out there.
No,
because then you get the fan base going crazy. Yeah, it's been cool. So that's the big stuff in OTAs for the Steelers. Najee is up in weight. He's up to 242 pounds. He actually weighs more than Derrick Henry. He is gonna be a beast this year.
He needs to be big.
He's gonna be
breaking all those tackles because no one's blocking for him.
He's gonna be so good. I'm excited for him. But yeah, those are the storylines for the Steelers as of right now. OTAs. What do you got for the Cowboys?
Ours are very just not exciting. No one's practicing. That's pretty much what I've gotten out of all of it.
You got a bunch of injuries, don't you?
Yeah. So we drafted Tolbert, who had a hamstring thing going on, but he started practicing this week. Dak was super excited for him and super excited about him. Just said that he's obviously he's young. We drafted him in the 3rd, 4th round. I don't know. Later in the draft. So he's got a lot to learn, but he's super open to learning, gets really excited, asking Dak, what can I do? Wants to watch film, wants to do this, and it's just OTA. So the fact that he's that excited, that willing is good. So he finally started practicing.
James
Washington's hurt, so he's a foot thing. He hasn't been practicing at all. Michael Gallup obviously is rehabbing his ACL. So that's good for Simi to get more reps. It's good for just the other guys to get more reps. Guys, I don't even know who they are because they were on the practice squad last year.
Speaking of Simi, he's big into sports cards. He jumps into the TikTok lives and watches people open sports cards and stuff. And a lot of people, so it's kind of funny because Simi Fehoko is not a big card and he's in a lot of packs and he's not valuable yet because he hasn't done anything on the field. So people talk crap when they pull a Simi Fehoko card, but he'll be in the live sometimes and it's kind of funny when people talk crap and then they're like, oh, he's right. He's actually in here listening and watching with us. It's kind of it's wild. He's really into sports cards though, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I follow him on Twitter, so I knew he was into sports cards. But it's funny because you guys were talking about how he's in people's lives or on TikTok commenting and stuff.
Yeah.
TJ Vasher is another one of our wide receivers. I don't know who the heck this kid is really, but they were talking about he's really big, so they're hoping he could. We don't really have a really big guy, so. Hopefully, he can be good. We'll see. OTAs, they always make everyone seem a lot better than what they are. That's what they do. CD's practicing, which is exciting. So this is, I guess, the big thing right now is that Dalton Schultz is holding out. He signed his franchise tag, but now he's holding out because he wants a contract. And I don't understand why he signed the tag if he was going to hold out anyway, but what do I know? But Dak said he's been talking to him and he's confident they'll get a deal done. But again, what are you supposed to say?
Yeah.
Is he supposed to say I don't know?
Yeah, it's probably not likely he's gonna be here. Yeah.
Mike McCarthy said it's I get it, it's business, he's ready to go. If he was here, you would see he's been working all off season to get better. He's bigger, stronger. He's good to go. It's just the business side of it, and I respect that. And he's got to do what he's got to do. And he's just said Schultz deserves a spot on this team. He's definitely our guy, so he has confidence to get through it. But minicamp starts tomorrow, and he has to show up, or he's going to start getting fined because he signed the tag.
Yeah.
So I'm curious: is he going to show up? Is he not going to show up and get the fines? I don't know. And he is very. Speaking of football players on Twitter, if you say anything bad about Dalton Schultz, he will find you and he will block you. You'll be blocked. A bunch of Dallas Cowboys bloggers, they're all blocked.
Yeah.
They always make fun of him because he blocks everybody.
That's good. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want negativity in his life.
He doesn't have to deal with it. They're he's sensitive because we talk about football players all the time, and it's not always going to be positive, and he just needs to get over it. But I'm screw it. If he wants a social media platform where he doesn't have to see your crap, he can block you. There's a lot of comments because they're like, he can block you on Twitter, but he can't block you on the field. Which is funny, but not. But I'm hoping they figure that out because that's a mess. I wasn't very happy when we tagged him in the first place, but that's because I wanted other players, and we don't have them anyways.
I like
It
Schultz.
doesn't matter. I like him too. He was Dak's #1 target last year. He
Killed it for
had
me in
8
fantasy.
touchdowns. Like, he's solid. I like him a lot, so I'm hoping they figure it out. But I also don't want to pay him a ton. And I have like Jarwin just in my brain that we paid him and then he never played because he got hurt. And which again, I guess is another good reason Schultz wants to get paid because if I get hurt,
that's why everybody wants to get paid.
Yeah.
Yep.
So really, that's it. Tyler Smith, who we drafted in the first round, they have him playing at guard. Which I said they would. Jack Martin's like, he's a big athletic guy, and I'm like, yeah, sounds promising.
Who's gonna start a tackle for you guys? Is it Steele?
Yes. Not like that either. I don't know. They've been like, it's been, I guess, like a rotating thing between like McGovern, Tyron Smith, and Tyler. So I don't know what's happening really. They're like moving them around, but mostly guard, I guess. I have no faith in this kid. I just don't, but we'll see. I think it's also hard during OTAs to see how someone like that's going to perform. Because
yeah.
You're not really playing. It's just.
Yeah, getting called for holding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we got rid of that guy, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's all right. Bobby got them, and he's super excited about him. So.
I don't know why anyone would be excited, unless they have really good coaching that can figure out discipline issues. Otherwise, not a fan. Otherwise there's really not much going on. They've shown obviously a couple of sweet like CD Dak passes, but other than that, nothing crazy.
All right. That's the OTAs for our teams, and that's all we're going to talk about because we're running the show. That's what we're going to do.
We don't care how your team's OTAs are going. We hope they stink. Especially if you're the Eagles.
I am interested to see like what OTAs look like with like the Browns, like because Deshaun Watson's there, right?
Deshaun Watson's there. They told Baker he didn't have to come to.
And so there's no Baker, right? So
they told Baker not to even come to the mandatory stuff.
They said he's excused.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to.
He ain't coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I was him. But like, I wonder what. Tampa's are gonna be really good. Is Gronk gonna be there, Kate?
I saw stuff about.
We still haven't heard about Gronk. What's going on?
Gronk's hurt.
Is he?
Or he's got some like lingering back issue. I think.
He's had that for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's why he retired the first time, supposedly.
It's lingering, apparently.
I need to know if Gronk's gonna be there. I'm just curious what's gonna go on with the Browns because I can't see Deshaun not getting suspended for a little bit. So if he gets suspended, even if it's short for 4 games, Baker's not going to be there. You're going to just trot out Josh Dobbs or who else did they say was
Brissett?
there? Jacoby Brissett for
Brissett is definitely their backup.
4 games. Like, yeesh.
And then hope you somehow can make a comeback because that division's hard. The AFC is not easy. Like, you have to win.
And I believe they have a tough schedule.
I mean, just being in your division alone is a tough schedule.
Yeah, I'm just talking about for the first. I guess I want to know what the.
No, I thought their schedule was easy to begin with because we're like, oh, that's lame.
Oh, maybe. Well, I know we play them like week 3, so.
I can look it up quick.
I think they play the Jets.
I think it's a easy.
Kate thinks that Gronk is going to be there eventually.
You think so?
He's going to bring Julian Edelman with him. Just kidding.
I don't think Julian Edelman ever plays for anybody else other than the.
I don't think so either.
They play the Panthers, the Jets, the Steelers, the Falcons.
Panthers, Jets. Oh, yeah.
And then they play the Chargers, the Patriots, the Ravens, Bengals.
That's when it gets hard after the first 4. So hopefully.
So if he is only gone the first 4, it might be okay.
Yep.
I think he
I
will
was just
be.
curious about that.
It's definitely not going to be Baker.
Yeah,
You think Baker goes to like the Panthers?
I think Baker goes to whatever team has the first quarterback injury.
Oh yeah, like they waited out.
So they wait until somebody needs somebody.
Somebody like the Panthers that go 0-3 the first 3 games, and they're like, okay, we need.
Yeah, but if a team's gonna go 0-3, and if they don't think they really have a shot, why trade for Baker? Why not just keep losing and take a good quarterback in the draft? I think it's gonna be like a team that's got playoff consideration or contention, and their quarterback gets hurt,
and they try to get him for like a year,
and they just trade him for just try and get him to see if they can help win this year.
So the Washington football team, watch out, Baker Mayfield coming your way, because that'll happen.
Maybe I can see that. So yeah, Kate said if you have seen The Last Dance, it will be like when Jordan had to drag Rodman out of Vegas. Tom will get him there.
Edelman or Gronk?
Gronk is Rodman. It's just a great comparison.
Gronk is big dumb man.
Likes to party. Rodman likes to party.
Oh my gosh! Kate, did you see Gronk's beach draft party that he did? That looks so fun.
I'm sure he's a great time.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that was like his thing. He holds like pool parties for the draft. He did it in I don't know what he's gonna do when it's in like Detroit, but because that sounds terrible. But I don't know who else has like interesting OTA news. I don't know. We talked a lot last week about like the big news. Aaron Donald got paid, so he's not retiring.
Cooper Kupp got paid.
The cap is a lie. That's what I learned this week. The cap is a dang lie. I didn't learn it this week. It just solidified my thoughts that the cap is a lie.
We learned how the cap works. Yeah. Actually, cash over cap is actually what it all makes sense. And basically, so there's a loophole in the cap to where if you have a owner that likes to spend money, you can really manipulate the cap however you want. And as long as the player doesn't retire or players don't retire or end their careers, you can really manipulate the cap to have whatever you want. Because essentially, it's kind of a long story, but basically
there's a really good Pat McAfee interview.
He interviews an ex-GM for the Packers.
I will post like on the show page because I'm
super
curious.
Informative.
I sent it to like one of the group chats, but I'm curious how other people.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to listen to, and just basically it says if your owner is willing to spend money, because it's basically cash out of the owner's pocket that they have to put up, and so I mean you can spend. Like, say, for example, the cap's $200 million. You can spend $400 million in a year, but it'll be drawn out over the length of contract. So as long as the cap keeps going up, which it should, because the NFL makes more money every year, and the cap is depending on how much money you make. So basically, you'll never get caught under like a cap situation. The only time it does catch you is if like a player retires, because then all of their money gets cut right there, and you have to pay it all at once. From them. Or you trade them or cut them. Yeah, right.
But the Rams did that with Goff, and they still were okay. So
because they put everybody else's contract kind of longer term.
Yeah. You just have to manipulate the numbers. It's how the money.
It's literally all accounting stuff. It's pretty wild to listen to, but it's a good segment. We'll post that for sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment. Everybody's favorite segment. I wonder if there's the video on here. You think? I'm gonna look for it. If it's not here, no worries.
Not too long. I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know where it's at if it is. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into everybody's favorite segment, Miss Swinton's Pop Quiz. I'm not Sean, but that was my best attempt.
All right. So today I'm not gonna do like a full blown franchise leaders one, just because Sean's not here and it's not as fun if it's just you.
No, thanks. I appreciate you.
Anyway, and I didn't want this to be an hour and a half long of us just talking because that's not fun for anybody. No one wants to listen to us for that long of a time. So I'm doing like a would you rather pick one player out of like these 3 or 4 or whatever. So my first one is pick one: T. Higgins, Michael Pittman Jr., or Jalen Waddle. It's a hard one. I always send these in the like group chats too. I'll be like, pick one receiver, one quarterback, one whatever. Pick who would you rather have? Who's the best route runner? Who's this? So I just like to see who people like. You know where I'm going.
I think we're going the same spot. I think
I
Jalen
hate
Waddle's
when we
really
go
good.
the same spot. I would go T. Higgins.
That's what I think.
I
too.
love Bengals receivers. I don't know what I love the whole Bengals receiving core. I love Jamar Chase. I love T. Higgins. I love Tyler Boyd. I love them all.
I think I would.
I think Jalen Waddle is really good though.
I know that's still. I wouldn't pick. Pittman would probably be third.
Pittman, I think, and Jalen Waddle, I think you give him like another. Let's see how he does this season, and then he might surpass T. Higgins for me. It's just Jalen Waddle's only had 1 year, so it's.
I think T. Higgins was a lot of Jamar Chase's reason for success because T. Higgins is actually the guy there, so they doubled him all year, and Jamar was able to feast off that.
I think it's hard because you double Jamar, now you got T. Higgins. You double T, now you got.
Well, I think it was a very
Chase.
similar.
And Tyler Boyd's no bum either.
I think it was very similar to Juju's rookie year because AB was there and he got doubled, and Juju went for 1,500 yards as a rookie. People forget about that because it was, and Juju was the Jamar Chase of that class. Like, he was absolutely amazing his rookie year, and then AB left and he wasn't as dominant and stuff like that. So I think Jamar's success is due a lot to T. Higgins. So I think T. Higgins is the guy. I like T. Higgins.
Yeah, I would pick T. Higgins. I think the Bengals have the best receiving core in the league, though. I'm very biased. I love them. They're just, all 3 of them are solid. Like, Tyler Boyd.
You're way too high on Tyler Boyd.
No, he's a solid number 3.
No, sure, yeah.
Like, he's your number. Well, you have to have a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but he's
like,
not.
He is a solid. No, I love Tyler Boyd. Higgins all the way. Yeah. I really like Waddle.
Waddle's the only one. Waddle's really good.
He did so good last year, but I'm curious to see how he does this year. It'll just be interesting because the whole dynamic of that team has changed with all the players they picked up. All right, pick one running back. Don't be a homer.
Najee.
Because you know Naj is in here.
Then Najee. I think Najee's
Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, or Najee Harris.
Okay, so I got a couple questions about the stipulations of this question. Is it starting a franchise today, just for 1 season, and are they healthy the full time?
I mean, in a perfect world where they're healthy the entire season, just once, like this upcoming season, I guess.
Just the one?
Who would you
Christian
pick?
McCaffrey.
No.
Yes.
I can't. Christian McCaffrey,
Not even close.
I don't think I've ever watched a season where Christian McCaffrey's healthy.
Well,
but I guess, like, in a perfect world where he is healthy the whole time, I don't know. What can he do if he's healthy the whole time? I have no idea.
He'll have 120 catches, 1,300 rushing yards, and 800 receiving yards.
Yeah. If you had to build a franchise around one guy.
Najee.
Yeah. Derrick Henry. I really like Henry. I just... No.
Derrick Henry's not a receiving back, and I like receiving backs more.
That's true. If you like guys that are just going to run the ball and plow through everybody while doing it,
my thing is Najee is the baby of Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey. He is big and can bowl people over, but he is also great receiving back and can catch out of the backfield. I know I understand that I have a Najee Harris jersey above my head, so it probably seems biased, but he's as big as Derrick Henry, but he's quick, he's more agile, and he's got better hands, and I'm
really excited to see like what Najee does in the next few years. I love running backs. It's so hard.
Yeah, just one healthy season, full season. Next season, Christian McCaffrey. If I'm starting a franchise, it's Najee Harris all day. Henry's also 28, so running backs usually die at 30 in the NFL. So he's got like literally 2 years left.
I probably would have went with Najee.
For both?
After I talk crap about everything. Yeah, I really love Naj. I let my like personal like feelings get in the way of things. All right. Let's do. Would you rather have Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow?
Justin Herbert.
Why though?
He's more talented.
Justin Herbert hasn't won anything.
Yep, he's more talented.
I just like Joe Burrow has proved he can win games.
This is
I'm just really curious because I feel.
I'm gonna really get Kate going right now.
No, stop. Okay, really quick. I think Justin Herbert is very talented, but he has not proved he can win anything.
He can't.
He has not proved he can win anything.
It's a team sport.
I'm just saying.
Dan Marino is one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever play the game. Never won a ring.
I know, but quarterbacks are just judged on their ability to win.
Okay, and that's why Tom Brady's the GOAT, not because of his talent. Because Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Tom Brady. I don't care what anybody says. But Tom Brady's the GOAT because he can win, it is a team sport. You can't go out. It's not like basketball where you can have two people and dominate everything. If Burrow Burrow went 6-10 last year.
I know.
Or the year before, what I mean.
Burrow does have people helping him out this year.
He's got a line, which is working.
I really like Justin Herbert. I think he's very talented. He throws the prettiest footballs I've ever seen in my life.
But look at, if you want to look at quarterbacks, look at Herbert throws 350 yards and 4 touchdowns and they lose. Burrow throws 200 yards, 2 touchdowns and they win.
Yeah.
Look at his playoff record. Burrow didn't do a lot in the playoffs. He played good. I'm not trying to take away from what he did, but it's not like he had a Josh Allen game or like the Bills versus Chiefs game where they were just going at it. Burrow never had one of those games. His team won him games. Their defense played lights out.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon is really good. 100%. Burrow's good. I'm not knocking Burrow. I would love Burrow as a quarterback.
No, and I did Burrow and Herbert because they're both very talented. I'm not, if I threw, I don't know, Mariota and Herbert, obviously you're picking Herbert. So I tried to pick two quarterbacks that are kind of on the same.
Yeah, no, Burrow's
amazing.
A really good quarterback. I'm not taking away from Burrow at all, but I would take Herbert. I think Herbert's more talented than Burrow. Yeah. You put Herbert on the Bengals last year, they win the Super Bowl.
You think so?
100%.
I'm really excited to watch Burrow this year with a upgraded line just to see what he can do. And just having built that solid relationship with his receivers and stuff. I feel like he only get better, but it'll be interesting to Jamar Chase though. People have figured out how to shut him down because that'll be a problem.
I don't think people will shut him down. He's a good receiver, but I don't think he's gonna be.
Jamar Chase had some crazy games where it was like, "Go Lord, dude."
Yeah, but he also had games where he had 2 catches and 15 yards.
But then T. Higgins went off, so
for sure.
Yeah. Okay. We all know where I'm going. Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott. Don't do me dirty.
If you want to talk about if you just made the same argument for Burrow saying he wins, Herbert doesn't. Dak has made the playoffs and won a playoff game. Kyler hasn't. So
we know where I'm going. Rain, Dakota Prescott. It's just a lot of people always compare those two, especially I always see on Twitter, people are like, would you rather have Kyler Murray or Dak? And then it comes to, would you rather have Kyler Murray, Dak, or Lamar? And I'm like, geez, why are we doing this? I would still pick Dak over all of them.
I think if I'm building a team around a quarterback, I prefer Dak. If I have a bad team and I need a quarterback to go get it for me, I want Kyler.
I just want Dak all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen?
That one's tough, dude. That one's a tough question. I think Josh Allen is so good now.
I think Josh Allen. Josh Allen if you watch Josh Allen at the beginning of his career, no, absolutely. I would have never taken him over Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen gets better every year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tough. I'd probably go Mahomes. Josh Allen's really good. I would take Josh Allen over Burrow.
Would you? Yeah, I would take Josh Allen over Herbert. I would take Josh Allen over everybody. Herbert. I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league right now.
I think Mahomes is better. Aaron Rodgers is better than Josh Allen.
I get you guys say Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Those.
I would take Josh Allen over
There's
Tom
another.
I'd take Mahomes over.
But
Brady
there's levels
right now.
Of course, right now, yes. But there's if best quarterback in the league, overall, there's different levels, and obviously Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are elite, and it's hard to put.
But Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers is still playing. He literally won the MVP the last 2 years.
Yeah, I would still want Josh Allen on my team over Aaron Rodgers, but that's probably just biased too.
No, I think Brady's still really good. Like, he's still a top guy, but he's 46 or whatever, how old he is. I would take Josh Allen
You can't
at
sling
24
that thing like Josh
over
Allen.
Brady at 46.
Yeah.
You give me Brady younger, then that's a different story. But
Okay.
Josh Allen, I think the younger quarterbacks being able to run is why I like them more than Brady now. 44. Brady can't move. I mean, he's still got a great arm, but all the other guys got great arms too. They just bring another level with their legs, I think. Just a different dynamic. Like, Josh Allen literally has designed run plays because he's that good.
Yeah. I just love Josh Allen. Doobie sling that thing.
And Rodgers can still run too. He literally had a couple rushing touchdowns the last couple seasons.
How long have we been on there? All right, I got 2 more.
Okay.
Devontae Adams or Cooper Kupp? I just don't know now.
Pure talent, or if I'm
just you need one on your team right now.
Devontae Adams.
Why?
Because he's better.
You think he's better?
He's just better.
I think I was thinking about this one earlier. Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp's amazing.
We haven't. Yeah, but when have you ever really talked about Cooper Kupp besides last year?
Yeah.
But Devontae Adams, we've been talking about every single year for the last. Since he's been in the league. So, again, Devontae has had an elite quarterback his entire career in the NFL, at least. So it'll be interesting to see how he does this year.
Yeah, I think he has a fall off season because I think Aaron Rodgers is much better than Derek Carr.
Yeah.
But
he has more. I mean, you have Renfro,
Darren Waller.
Yeah.
You have more weapons around him to make him.
Josh Jacobs, like they had a better running back, I guess, in Green Bay, but there's just more. Yeah, I might go Devontae. I love Cooper Kupp though.
I do too. I got him in my.
Stephon Diggs or Justin Jefferson. Battle of the Vikings.
The Vikings receiver, and then the guy that replaced him.
Yep. Which I think is interesting.
I would probably take Jeff.
What?
Jay Jettas.
I love Diggs. Obviously,
Diggs is good.
I love the whole family.
But Diggs has a better quarterback right now, and Jay Jettas is outperforming him.
Yeah.
So that tells me if he had a better quarterback, he would really outperform him. So I like Jay Jettas.
Justin Jefferson doesn't have very much. I mean, he's the guy.
Adam Thielen's there. Adam Thielen's
Let's
no
not
slouch.
act like Adam Thielen is that good.
He's better than any other second receiver on the Bills.
Davis is good.
He's not Adam Thielen. Get out of here.
I don't think Adam Thielen's that good.
Adam Thielen's better than Tyler Boyd. Adam Thielen's better than yes.
Yeah. But Adam Thielen's a number 2.
Okay.
Tyler Boyd fits the number 3 well. That's just his spot. Keenan Allen or Hunter Renfro? I have another one.
People sleep on Keenan Allen. He is so good.
I am definitely a sleeper on Keenan Allen.
He's very. Keenan Allen's a better receiver.
You think so?
Yeah. People say he's one of the best route runners in the league, and that's like all Hunter Renfro is a great route runner.
Yeah.
But Keenan Allen can also win jump balls.
That's true.
So that gives him an edge. Hunter Renfro's not winning a jump ball.
Sure. All right. I think that's all I got.
Everything. Those are good. Those are fun. I'm curious what Sean's responses would have been to some of those.
Yeah.
And Kate, we all know I'm a Brady hater.
If Brady in his prime, or who's like another guy that was really good in the Tom Brady era?
Manning, Rodgers,
Manning,
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning in his prime, or
Peyton Manning.
Well, I feel like it's hard not to pick Peyton Manning. Who doesn't love Peyton Manning?
He's also very good, but Tom beat Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I think on head-to-head more than Peyton. But again, I think that's a team thing. Like, I think Tom had a better team each time.
Tom had a better team. Tom had very good coaching.
Peyton had good coaching.
Tom was in a very good
Bill
system.
Belichick coaching. Yes, 100%. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Not to take away from him, like he's still won games. Like he's still.
Tom Brady's the GOAT. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. But I feel like if you plug some people into that situation,
more talented.
That's just my opinion.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We got one more segment. The segment we always end every show with on Sundays. Just a little morning vitamin to hopefully pick your day up and get your week started off right going into tomorrow.
I can go first.
Yep, you're going first.
All right. So my morning vitamin is that your brain is super duper powerful, and if you have a positive mindset, more positive things will happen for you. It's kind of like just like be the energy you want to attract. The other day I was having a real fun day. Shiloh dumped my Starbucks out all over the Target aisle, which is so fun. The dog headbutted me, which is the amount of times I get headbutted by either a child or a dog is absolutely, it's ridiculous. I don't understand. And I fell down the stairs and I have some gnarly bruises, so that's great. And I went to bed and I remember saying, like, I tried really hard to have like a positive mindset all day. Like my day could have just went to trash at 9 a.m. when Shiloh dumped my Starbucks out, but I tried really hard to be like, it's fine. Today's going to be fine. It's fine. And I actually didn't have that bad of a day, even though very annoying things happened to me all day. So your mindset is important. You should have a positive mindset, even when stuff isn't going great. Because obviously every day is not going to be like rainbows and butterflies, but it doesn't have to be that bad if you don't sit there and make it that bad either.
For sure. My morning vitamin is to be there for people when they need you. You know what I mean? Just be a listening ear. Just being available to talk helps.
Present.
Just it helps a lot. You don't know what people are going through, and even if you do, sometimes it's easier to like not talk to them or like just kind of let them go through it themselves and stuff. But if you are there for somebody, it could really change how they respond to a situation, react for a situation. And
sometimes it's hard because you just don't know what to say to people either. But sometimes you don't have to say anything.
Yeah,
just or like, hey, I'm here for you. You can vent to me whenever or whatever. If you need anything, let me know. That's super helpful. Even though I don't ever feel like I'm doing anything when I say that to people. Like when I want to help you, but I can't. So the best thing I can do is sit here and at least like listen.
Yep.
Hopefully,
just listening.
You find comfort in someone just listening to you.
Just listening can help somebody's entire mood change, or at least help them get through whatever it is they're going through. Being able to vent and talk to somebody is something that it helps people move on and different things like that. So
helps you feel your feels.
Yeah,
and get it out.
Yep, 100%. So just being there, listening to people is very awesome. And if you can be that, if you're ever in the situation where you can be that person for somebody, definitely do it, and just help people, man. We're all in this together. We need to help each other.
Everyone's going through some stuff, so
everybody's got problems. If you can help somebody, I'm sure somebody would help you. So that's it. That's what I got. And that's, I think, everything we had for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Any last minute words? Anything else you'd like to say to the people before we head out?
Washington's not winning the division. The Cowboys are. Okay, bye.
See what happens when I have the mouse. She tried to just like end it.
I know. Play the video. Let's go.
Washington wins these.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. Here. The line. New man on the dance so fine. Kurt Cousins. Woo!
All right. I am Janae Struther.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.